What's up, everybody? This is Bitcoin Jay. I haven't recorded a video in a little bit. Just been busy, life and such. But first of all, I want to give a shout out to my homeboys, Ohio State, for putting it on that team up north yesterday. Great game. Today we're going to talk about BAKKT, BAKKT, and how it can change the cryptocurrency, how it will change the cryptocurrency world. You guys may not know much about it. I'm not an expert. I never claim to be, but I like talking about things I know are going to change the face of finance, the face of commerce. Period. This is huge, and it's going to be huge for cryptocurrency. It's going to be huge for us in this segment, in the cryptocurrency scene, who have seen this before the institutional investors, noticed it. So it's going to be big for us. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. What's up, everybody? Bitcoin Jay. I told you we want to talk about BAKKT and how it's going to change the cryptocurrency scene. And this isn't anything new if you've been following this for about, the last couple months, but it's huge because they keep pushing it back. It was supposed to be the first week of November, I don't know, I think 16th or something like that. Then it was supposed to be the first week of December. Now they push it back all the way to the first week of January. And I think we all know why they're doing this. And if you don't know, here's my conspiracy theory. First of all, let's take a look at the market. All right, we're looking at market cap 125 billion. That's pathetic, but excuse me. I know why, and I think you know why too. All right, Bitcoin's sitting right at $3,900. It's a quarter coin market cap. Obviously, there's many other sites that kind of follow the prices, and it's within $100 or so. But that's about right. I mean, CoinMarketCap is pretty much the standard. So that's what we all go by. But anyway, and obviously XRP is right behind them, and they've got, what kind of a lead do they have? They have about a $3 million lead. Not quite. Yeah, about $3 million lead on Ethereum, and holding strong. But at number 2, XRP is. So here's my conspiracy theory. All right, right now everything's pretty much a bloodbath. Not pretty much. It is. I mean, you may have one or two things like Paxos. I never heard of this one. 35. Wow, I made a move, whatever that was. Okay, cool. I have to check that bad boy out. Anyway, here's my theory. As you well know, all this time, cryptocurrency has only been bought by the retail investor, me and you, right? No institutional money. They always thought it was a joke. Well, it's not a joke anymore, and they realize it. All right. It's spreading, and it's actually transforming the way people are doing commerce and the way things are being done. The traditional finance world realizes that this can't go on. You got all these other countries that own our debt, that are dumping our debt. The dollar standard is not, it may not be that any longer. It's just a matter of time for something to happen, a change to be made. Now, so they realize that. So what they're doing is all the whales are driving the prices down so they can buy more of it. So as soon as they get it to the point where they've fed enough, it's kind of like Thanksgiving dinner. They have about 4 or 5 helpings. They can't eat no more, so they're going to go hibernate. Once they've filled their belly, it's going to shoot right through the roof. And you don't have to believe me, but I know you do, because that's why you're listening, or you want to believe me. Either way, I think you know what's right. I think you know what's going to happen. Now, everything's still downward trend, obviously, because it's in the red, but you still got some trickles here, some life. And that's just because it's waiting to go back up. It's waiting for the whales to fill their bellies and these laws to have passed. One of the biggest ones being BAKKT. Okay. So that's going to happen. All right. Now let's talk about BAKKT. I don't want to keep this video 20 minutes like I'm known for doing. I won't do that to you. I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes. All right. Keep your attention right. All right. You may be saying, well, what is BAKKT? All right. Let's get into it. An intro to BAKKT. In August 2018, BAKKT parent company Intercontinental Exchange released a statement announcing its intention to use Microsoft Cloud Service Azure to create an open and regulated global ecosystem for digital assets. All right. This new company, dubbed BAKKT, BAKKT, would start right off the bat with the inclusion of federally regulated markets and auxiliary services like warehousing, which is huge. All right, keep that in mind. And if you don't know why that's huge, think about it. A company like Fidelity, they've got $1 trillion worth of assets. They've got investors that really believe in them and what they do. But these investors are interested in cryptocurrency, but they may not want to actually hold any cryptocurrencies. Okay. They may just want to have what they call digitally backed futures. All right. So it's basically you're investing in cryptocurrency, but you're not quite owning any cryptocurrencies. But in order for them to back it, whatever that investment is, Fidelity physically has to own the cryptocurrency. So that means they're going to have to buy a buttload of it. There is where it gets interesting. Okay. So anyway. All right. It would even feature Bitcoin as fiat conversions, a feature that is rare on cryptocurrency exchanges and one of the major different differentiators between the market movers and also RANs. In total, BAKKT expects to serve a digital marketplace that moves 270 billion per year. That's pretty cool. All right. And here's a statement here. In bringing a regulated, connected infrastructure together with institutional and consumer applications for digital assets, we aim to build a confidence in the asset class on a global scale, consistent with a track record of bringing transparency and trust to previously unregulated markets. That's because they've got a lot of investors that have probably been hounding them. Hey man, what's up with this cryptocurrency stuff? Do y'all offer that? I like to buy some. Well, I like to get involved. But they didn't have it to offer. They had to figure out how they can combine traditional finance and cryptocurrency and make it make sense, not only for their investors, but for the federal government. And they're finding this way. And that's where this BAKKT, I say it's a law. It's a company in law. It's a little bit of everything. That's where that comes into play. And that'll be January, first quarter. All right. I think I talked about this once before in one of my videos, but pretty sure I have. I just want to get this out there. All right. Let's talk about this institutional investment. The first is the obvious nod towards institutional investment. BAKKT has that covered with its initial slate of venture capital firms. If these firms are willing to stick their necks into the crypto arena, so the thinking goes, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump for even larger firms to come on board. This is particularly likely if BAKKT plays by the regulatory rules and secures approval for its operations moving forward. Okay. Just so you understand, BAKKT is a conglomerate. All right. Just so you know, it's a couple of companies that have come together to kind of introduce this. It's almost like, all right, BAKKT, its parent company is ICE, which is the founder of the New York Stock Exchange, if that gives you an idea how powerful this is. All right. So you have the big boys playing in this arena now. Microsoft. Also, all right, where are the other three? I think it's Microsoft for sure. God, how can I forget? Starbucks as another company. God, I sound like a retard here. I can't remember. Let's see if we can find them. I think you do your own research. All right. This is me just rambling at this point. I want you guys to understand how big this is. That's the whole point of this video. You need to understand that BAKKT is major news for cryptocurrency. All right. And it's backed by some big boys that are already in there doing their thing. Some of the largest companies in the world. Like I said, Microsoft, and for sure it's Starbucks. And around January, I want to say the first week, maybe first half of January, you're going to see this law pass. And when this happens, that's when the really special stuff is going to start to happen in the cryptocurrency scene. You're going to see this market cap go up from 125 billion as it sits. It's going to double, triple, quadruple, and then it's gonna be silly. It's gonna happen overnight, just like it has always happened whenever we've had a crash. I don't know if you guys remember any of the crashes, but everybody said, "Oh my God, you need to sell. Oh, you made a mistake investing in cryptocurrency." Well, no, we didn't. We held tight, we steadfast, and we made it. Okay, because every time it crashed, it went higher. Then it crashed, it went higher. It crashed and went higher. So it's just a matter of time for this to happen. One thing that's never happened is the introduction after a crash of institutional money. That's going to be huge. So listen, I just want to hit you up and let you know that you need to tell everybody that's around you about what's going on. If they don't listen, they try to tell you you're crazy. Well, at least you could say you tried. All right. Here's the deal. I'm not a financial advisor. I should have said that in the beginning, but you guys already know that. I always say it. All right. If you lose money on investment, don't blame me. I'm just telling you what I do and what I think. And right now, this XRP, oh my goodness, this here is the sure shot. Eventually, it may be number one. Okay. Because it has a usable platform. XRP is the actual, the tool. Ripple's the company. XRP is going to, I can't even tell you. I mean, do all your research. You understand what XRP is. It's going to be in every single bank. It's going to be every single transaction. It's going to change the face of finance. Okay. And you want to be on the forefront of that. This is kind of like the internet, like everybody's been saying. Cryptocurrency is the internet. It's in the infancy stage, but XRP is going to be the ram head. It's going to be knocking down all those doors and say, "Hey, we're here." And you want to be in on the forefront of that before this price is like $357 a coin. Get it now before it's too late. Tell your friends and family. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video.